I hope you are doing well. Today's video is extremely important for business people, professionals, and tax practitioners because we are going to discuss a critical new notification issued by the Ministry of Finance, Department of Revenue to the Central Board of Direct Taxes (CBDT) on 23rd April 2025. This notification clarifies an important aspect under the Income Tax Act 1961, specifically about what kind of business expenses are not allowed to be claimed as deductions anymore. As many of you know, under Section 37, subsection 1 of the Income Tax Act, businesses are generally allowed to claim deductions for expenses incurred wholly and exclusively for business or professional purposes. However, over the years, the government has tightened the rules to prevent taxpayers from claiming deductions on expenses linked to violations, contraventions, penalties, and settlements. So, in this context, the government has now issued a fresh notification under Explanation 3 of Section 37, identifying a specific loss where any expenditure incurred for settlement of proceedings relating to contraventions or defaults will not be considered as business expenditure. In simple words, if a company or professional pays penalties, fines, or even settles a case related to violations under the following listed acts, they will no longer be able to claim those payments as a tax-deductible business expenses. So this move is in line with the broader government objective of ensuring that illegal or non-compliant activities are not incentivized through tax savings. In today's session, we will go over what Section 37 and the Explanation 3 says, and what exactly the 2025 notification covers, which law have been specifically listed, and practical examples so you can easily understand the real world impacts and important tips for business persons and professionals to stay compliant. So stay tuned because this is very crucial update for anyone filing their tax returns in 2025 and beyond. After this presentation, I will take you to the official website of CBDT and I will explain the provisions. So please stay tuned till the end. What is the background of the provision? So now we will go to Section 37 of Income Tax Act 1967. General provision allowing deduction of expenses incurred only and exclusively for business or profession. However, Explanation 1 disallows illegal expenses like penalties, fines, etc. Explanation 3 inserted earlier to strengthen disallowance of expenses related to contraventions. Now, the latest notification, 2025 notification, further expand on Explanation 3. It deals with settlement of proceedings initiated due to contraventions or defaults. So the key provisions in this 2025 notification number SO 1838E issued under clause 4 of Explanation 3 of Section 37 subsection 1. So the main message is any expenditure incurred to settle proceedings for contraventions under certain laws will not be allowed as a deduction. Such expenses will be treated as a non-business expenses. What are the laws covered? Securities Exchange Board of India Act 1992, SEBI Act 1992, Securities Contracts Regulation Act 1956, SCARA 1956, Depositories Act 1996, Competition Act 2002. These are the specified laws. So the meaning is, if you pay fine or penalty or settlement amount under any of these acts, it cannot be claimed as an expense for reducing your income tax liability. So I'll give you practical examples. A company settle insider trading charges with SEBI by paying 50 lakh. Cannot claim 50 lakh as a business expenditure. In another case, a stockbroker penalized under the Securities Contracts Regulation Act. So the penalty payment not allowed as a deductible expenses. In another scenario, a depository participant pays for violation under the Depositories Act. So no deduction allowed. And in another example, a company penalized by the Competition Commission of India (CCI) for capitalization. So expenses disallowed. With these four examples, I think you are clear. So what is the effective date? This notification comes into force immediately from the date of this Gazette notification. Date of publication on the official Gazette, that is 23rd April 2025. So the important takeaways: taxpayers must carefully segregate settlement-related payments under these laws. Maintain a proper disclosure in tax audit reports. Consult professionals if facing settlement under these listed laws, the specified laws which we are discussing. So reduce chances of disallowance related disputes during assessments. So now the conclusion is, let's quickly wrap up what we have discussed now. The notification issued by Ministry of Finance on 23rd April 2025 makes it very clear. Any expenses incurred to settle proceedings under SEBI Act, Securities Contract Regulation Act, or Depositories Act, or Competition Act will not be allowed as a deduction for tax purposes. In simple words, penalties, fines, settlement amount related to defaults or contraventions under these laws cannot be treated as business expenditure. So they are now officially disallowed under the explanation 3, section 37 of the Income Tax Act. So this is a significant move towards ripening the compliances and discouraging unethical or non-compliance practices. It sends a strong message that business must operate within the framework of law. Otherwise, not only will they face penalties from the regulators, but also lose on valuable tax deductions. So this message is very clear. Keep your business practices fully compliant. Maintain clear records of all settlements and penalties, and consult your tax advisors while filing your returns for the financial year 2024, assessment year 25-26 onwards. So remember, not all business-related expenses are deductible anymore. Compliance is not just about avoiding penalties. It is now directly linked to your bottom line as well. So not all business-related expenses are deductible anymore. So compliance is not just avoiding penalty. It is now directly linked to your bottom line as well, because it is getting an impact. So if you found this video or this explanation helpful, please give this video a big like. Subscribe to our channel for more important update on income tax, GST, and corporate laws. Stay tuned. Now I will take you to income tax portal. Share this video with your friends, clients, and colleagues who could benefit from staying informed. Thank you so much for watching. Now we will go to official website. Now I will stop here and I'll take you to official website. We'll go to Google. Now we'll go to Google. Just one second. We'll stop this sharing. And then okay, let's go. Something is wrong. Yes. Now we'll go to CBDT. This is official website of Income Tax Department. Here you can see this side. FAQ notification on 38/2025 and notification 38/2025. You see here, this is what the notification. You can go through the notification. This is Ministry of Finance, Department of Revenue, Central Board of Direct Taxes. And this is dated 23rd. So SO number 18380 in exercise of powers conferred by clause 4 of explanation 3 of subsection 1 of section 37 of Income Tax Act. The central government hereby notifies that any expenditure incurred to settle proceedings initiated in relation to contravention or defaults under the following law shall not be deemed to have been incurred for the purpose of business or profession, and no deduction or allowable shall be made in respect of such expenditure, namely the SEBI Act 1992, SCERA Act 1956, Depositories Act 1996, Competition Act 2002. These notifications shall come into force on the date of publication in the official gazette. This is what the notification. I think, hope you are clear with this. And I will also show you here FAQ given. Once you know that where to go, how to check, then you can frequently update yourself. You can go and check. This is what FAQ or notification number section, notification number 38/2025. So here it is given. What is section 37 of Income Tax Act 1961? This is FAQ. Section 37 of Income Tax Act provides for allowability of expenditure laid out or expended wholly and exclusively for the purpose of business or profession. This is what section 37 of Income Tax Act. So what is explanation 1 of subsection 1 of section 37 of the Act and its relation with the explanation 3? Explanation 1 of subsection 1 of section 37 provides that any expenditure incurred by an assessee for any purpose which is an offence or which is prohibited by law shall not be deemed to have been incurred for the purpose of business or profession, and consequently no deduction or allowance can be claimed for such expenditure. This is what the explanation 1 of subsection 1 of 37. So further explanation 3 of section 37 clarifies the term expenditure incurred by an assessee for any purpose which is an offence or which is prohibited by law. So what is the amendment? What is the amendment made in explanation 3 Wide Finance Act 2024? Explanation 3 to subsection 1 of section 37 of Income Tax Act was amended Wide Finance Act number 2 2024 to clarify that the term expenditure incurred by an assessee for any purpose which is an offence or which prohibited by law will also include expenditure incurred by an assessee to settle proceedings initiated in relation to contravention under any law for the time being in force, as may be notified by the central government in the official gazette by itself. So now it is notified. Which law has been notified under the amended explanation? Wide CBDT notification, now 38/2025, dated 23 April 2025. It has been provided that any expenditure incurred to settle proceedings initiated in relation to contravention or defaults under the following law shall not be deemed to have been incurred for the purpose of business or profession. So these are the laws: SEBI Act, SCAR Act, Depositories Act, and Competition Act. So this is a FAQ available on the official websites. So what are the implications of this notification? So any expenditure incurred by an assessee for settlement of proceedings initiated in relation to contravention or defaults under the amendment laws, above mentioned laws, cannot be claimed as a deduction or allowance under the Income Tax Act. From the assessment year 2025-26 onwards, 2025-26 onwards, this is important. Form number 3 CD of the Income Tax Act rules, income tax rules, has also been amended by CBDT notification number 23/2025 dated 28 March 2025 to capture the details pertaining to such expenses. So now from when as the amendment has been made, so obviously because we are talking about assessment year 25-26 onwards, so the amendment is effective from 1st April 2025 and shall accordingly apply for the assessment year 25-26 onwards. Hope you are clear. Thank you.